Paymon who?
Mata Heyday.
Paymon Lata Heyday. Who is he?
Never paid taxes in 30 years. Fought the U.S. tax court and won.
See, I believe our rights come from God, not from government. Are you tired of paying outrageous gas prices? Is the inflation, price of food, and other things going up hurting you? Well, guess what? You're not alone. That's happening to all Americans. And there's one simple solution that no one else is telling you about. And that is simply stop paying and filing federal income taxes. Yes, it's easier than you think. I've done it for over 30 years. I'm Paymon Motahede, president of Freedom Law School. I haven't filed income tax for over 30 years, and I've never been to jail for it. And I've been teaching people like you, Americans, to do the same legally and safely, free and prosperous like me. But let's get to this solution for you, but let's talk about the problem a little bit more clearly first. So here you see, folks, these surveys show, about affordability as of July 2026 in America. And what does it say? Well, look at that. 63% of Americans. That's about 2 out of 3 Americans, folks. Think about it. The richest country on earth, the freest country on earth, supposedly, 2 out of 3 Americans, basically, are living paycheck to paycheck, with 71% of them vulnerable to major financial hardship from a single delayed payment. And 90% of them have less than $500 left over each month after expenses. Let's look at this a little bit more closely, okay? Overall, 37% of Americans either just break even or fall into deficits, shortage 17% after expenses each month. Among those living paycheck to paycheck, 9% have less than $500 left over, and nearly half, 47%, are in a deficit or break even, folks. This is not America, the richest country on earth, okay? This is not the way it was supposed to be. This continent 300 years ago was hardly anything here. And after just 300 years, Americans are in such poor shape? What? That should not be your fate. Now, look at this problem is, a lot of it's because higher oil, gas, fuel prices. They are really hurting Americans big time. You should look at these numbers. I don't know if these ones on this page, don't mean much because it affects the whole American people, all these, tens of billions of dollars that Americans have spent and are projected to spend because of the rising price of gasoline and fuel. But bottom line, it's about you and your household, okay? The war with Iran has already cost your household about $331 at the pump, plus $216 of higher expenses throughout the economy. That's right. So basically, it is projected that the total for your household by the year end, if prices stay they are, is $967. It's about $1,000 from end of February. But guess what? Things are going to get worse because America has lost the war. America, Strait of Hormuz in Persian Gulf, where the oil came from, 20% of the world's oil, it was open before the war. Because of the war, Iranians have closed it. 20% of the world's oil is not coming through, and that's creating a serious oil, gas, jet fuel, and diesel fuel shortages, and even natural gas as well. That is having these prices go up. Now, bottom line is that Trump, when he signed in the Memorandum of Understanding with Iran, it was a Memorandum of Understanding, like an agreement, that look, we're going to make a deal, make a peace. Oil will flow, gas prices will go down, diesel will go down. And Trump said this at the time when he signed it, of course, later on. He broke it. He said he didn't want Herbert Hoover presidency with Iran. What does it mean by that? Herbert Hoover presidency, that June 17th, it was reported about that. Well, because, let's see it from Trump's own words when he was asked about it here. He's going to talk about Iran and the Memorandum of Understanding that he signed.
What I didn't say it would cause a depression. I said it could cause a depression, right? And I said that I don't want to be Herbert Hoover. That's a president I don't want to be because he was in charge during the Great Depression. And certainly a lot of bad things could happen. That would be one of the things. I don't think it would, but if it did. But no, if Iran doesn't
So he's saying
live up to their
that,
agreement?
He knows basically that we could get into a Great Depression because when the price of gas goes up, you cannot afford to fill up your tank or pay your rent or pay your electric bill or take a vacation or buy a new car or furniture or home or anything else. What? Because food and gas prices have gone up so much of your budget, you're in debt so much that you can barely afford anything else. That is what he's talking about. That could lead to a Great Depression. Trump signed 2 months ago the Memorandum of Understanding with Iran, which now, under pressure by Israeli government, he's broken, and he cannot still open the Strait of Hormuz because the United States simply just couldn't do it. If it could do it, it would have done it already. So, but look at what Trump promised us when he became president of the United States, okay? Let's go back, okay, before he was running for office. Here's what he said in January 2024, Trump, okay?
We will become energy independent shortly after, but start also on day one, drill, baby, drill. We're going to bring your electric prices way down. We're going to bring your energy prices way down. Gasoline will be back to $2 and maybe even less than that. So I just say this. So for you to pay a tiny little bit more for your gasoline, just remember you're doing it so that a very evil country cannot have a country. Really, it's the number one state sponsor of terror in the world. We don't want to have them have a nuclear weapon. So remember that when you have to pay a little bit more, you're at $4. It's okay. I mean, I'll never apologize. I did the right thing. But you could, if you didn't have, we will become.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You paying just a little bit more. And Trump doesn't need to apologize because he started the war with Iran for the second time. The man that promised that he'll be the peace president fooled me, many people like me, that he's going to be peace president. Price of gas will go down. Yes, he stopped the COVID shot scam. He stopped the censorship. He stopped open borders. He started health, a real American health with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He did a lot of good things, but on this, the biggest issue of all is war versus peace. War is the worst destructive thing mankind can do to itself. Killing each other, killing innocent people by large numbers. On that, he went south. You don't mind paying more money for a war for a tiny country of Israel of less than 10 million people. That's right, this empire of 300 million people like you have struggled to make a living, but that's okay. You pay more for gas, so we keep this war going for Israel. You wouldn't mind that, would you? Right? And there's no need to apologize. You are just perfectly fine for that because you willing to sacrifice yourself for Israel, right? That's what Trump says. Do you believe that? Is that the truth? So let's go talk about other stuff now about this. How does this all affect you? Your fertilizer supplies and food. This is something that a lot of people do not know much about. How food prices, which have gone up, will go up even more faster because of the war with Iran, and natural gas price also is going up. This came out just in March, explaining how this is going to be happening. This was several months ago, but look what we explained back. Well, they explained that much of the world's fertilizer is made in the Middle East. Yes, they make fertilizer from natural gas in Persian Gulf, from Iran and Qatar in the Persian Gulf. This is something I didn't know a year ago. Okay. With 1/3 of global trade in it passing through the Strait of Hormuz, okay, a narrow shipping route along Iran's coast that has largely been shut since the conflict began. That's right. Look at this. Some 20% of the world's oil and liquefied natural gas also straight transits the strait, and it's in near closure. That's right. Near closure. So that's been going on since the war started, basically, okay? And you say, well, what's the big deal about natural gas? Well, about half the world's food is grown using fertilizer. Think about that. Half of the world's food needs fertilizer to grow. It's not organic. That's right. Half of the entire earth, okay? So prolonged supply disruptions would have a major implication for food availability across the world. In some countries, fertilizers account up to half, 50% of cost of grain production. Yes, just simple bread, pasta and bread keeps a lot of people from going hungry throughout Earth, even America, okay, because it's cheap. And the most important fertilizers near term are nitrogen-based products like urea. That's right, you see. Because why? Because if a farmer doesn't apply them for one season, yields will likely be hit. That's right, you see. The plants need nitrogen to grow. That's right. And what's the source of that? Natural gas has a lot of nitrogen in it. Okay, so it's absolutely necessary for more plants to be available, for the production to be up, so food prices to go down. But if there's not enough nitrogen, less shortage of food, price of food will go up. And that's what we are experiencing now. It's going to get far worse. You will pay a lot more for food in the coming months and year. So what do you do about this? Okay? What do you do about this problem of inflation? Well, it's very simple. You got to be smarter. You got to think for yourself, and I'm going to give you the solution. That is, stop paying federal income taxes that you never legally owed in the first place. That's right. At freedomlawschool.org, I've been teaching Americans like you that you can drain the swamp, okay? You can restore freedom and never again voluntarily pay the Washington, D.C. swamp legally and safely with a guarantee, and keep your hard-earned money, because based on the U.S. government's official legal websites, no law requires 99% of Americans to file pay income or pay all taxes whatsoever. The truth is on our website. You can click on the gold bar, start 7 easy steps to regain your power and freedom and your hard-earned money. Your money is your power. Remember that. It is your money, your power. You've been duped, deceived, lied to give it away. Let your employer take it away. You on your own listen to your accountant and give it to the IRS, thinking it's there to protect you and your future from bad guys and terrorists out there, right? All deception, manipulating your feelings against you. So you go there and you can free yourself from income tax slavery. Stop filing pay income tax legally. Step 1, follow the law. It's right there in this short video, 10 minutes. There's more in there to verify the law is on your side. You have the law on your side. Remember that, number 1. Okay. Number 2, what you learned is that you can stop filing income tax forms under penalty of perjury. Do not sign a 1040 form. That is the problem. You put the rope around your neck, give it to the IRS to pull and hang you. That is how the IRS get all the power to rape you, because when you were deceived by your accountant or attorney to sign IRS Form 1040 income tax slave confession form, you put the IRS noose around your neck. How? When you sign and file the 1040 income tax slave confession trap, you state under oath that you owe the IRS money. That's right. This is how you give the IRS the power to audit you, empty your bank account, steal your crypto, steal your property, and put you in prison. It was all through them deceiving you. Now you're going to be undeceived. You're going to be informed to be free, my friends, okay? Then you go to step 3, realize that the IRS operates on deception and bluff. All your life, you've been told IRS is this powerful monster, will eat you alive. Be afraid, I'm the Wizard of Oz, you know? Follow your taxes, pay your taxes or else. Okay? It's all deception, folks. IRS is a bunch of wimps, disorganized, lazy, irresponsible communists. Okay? The problem is all your life you've been brainwashed. Push a fear button. The corrupt major media, corrupt pastors, okay? And the IRS tells you, file early, pay your taxes. All this deception, folks, will be erased. Once you study this key third step right here, this is the most important step because you got to lose your fear of the IRS, which is false evidence appearing real. Okay? So once you go through step 3, now you are really getting to freedom because you should question authority. That's right. Okay? You no longer will have to pay tribute to the beast of the. It's really slavery because you are going to confront the lawmakers that's supposed to represent you. We're supposed to have in America taxation with representation. Does the Congress of the United States represent you? That's you, the average American. Let's see. Put them to the test. Right to them, okay? What you got to do is this. We have petition on our website for free, okay? You write your Congress members and file income taxes only if your congressman can show you the law that requires you to file and pay income taxes. Now, those petitions are free at freedomlawschool.org. It is your right and your duty to write them these free petitions. Say, hey, I'll pay my fair share of taxes. Just show me I am wrong. Show me the law. Yeah, here's the Deuteronomy Code. Quote it. The Bible of the IRS in these petitions. Okay? And Supreme Court cases. U.S. Treasury regulations. Show me. If you can't, why should I give any more of my heart and money to you, the crooks and criminals in Washington, D.C., right? This way, folks, you can safely free yourself from IRS deception, robbery, and slavery. Yep. So then, this is all for free. Everything I just showed you, folks, is free. You should do it because if you simply do not file income taxes, stop income tax withholding from your paycheck, which is free at freedomlawschool.org, 99+% of the time, the IRS will leave you simply alone. There's over 80 million non-filers. That's right. And they have only 19 tax court judges. 19. Yes, 19. 80 million non-filers every single year don't file. And you can stop income tax withholding by going to our website for free. Okay, here it is. Go on top of the page. Go to right under 3. Drop down menu, third item. Free yourself from tax withholding. Click on that. Boom. There it is. The explanation is all in this video and the instructions below it fully. The form is all there for you to do very easily. Okay? Call us if you have any questions at 813-444-4800. We'll help you navigate our website, find answers that work for you for free, including how to stop income tax withholding from your paycheck. So now we're going to get to some big time. Now you're going to learn that it's a myth. The IRS is this big Godzilla that will eat you alive if you don't file income tax. No. It's a little toothless, fileless lizard. Okay? We beat them. Freedom Law School beat them, so have our students. The fact of the matter is, okay, that no student of Freedom Law School has ever gone to prison for federal taxes, nor had their paycheck or bank account, levied or home of business seized by the IRS, as long as they came to Freedom Law School clean, stopped filing income taxes with Freedom Law School, and stayed with Freedom Law School and followed Freedom Law School's procedures. That's all you got to do, folks. That's a record of over 25 years. That's right. Okay. Now, what's after this? It's only special. This is not for everybody. This is only for the few. Proud, the ones that will stand for America, believe in freedom, and want to be 100% protected at the same time with a guarantee. This is step 6, the Founding Fathers Plan. The Restore Freedom Plan is molded after what America's Founding Fathers did, except with no violence at all peacefully. Okay? You can join the Restore Freedom Plan, okay? And basically what it is, you say, rather than putting your life, your life, your property, and sacred honor on the line, like America's Founding Fathers did, you don't do none of that. All you do is you take 30% or what you would have paid to the Washington, D.C. swamp, to King George, that doesn't represent you, and give it to George Washington and Company of today. People like yourself. Rather than be alone by yourself, you get together and join hands. You're much more powerful because there's a lot more than a lot of us and too few of them. They just don't want you to know that. Once you figure that out, there's way too many of us and laws on our side, gig is up. And it's happening because I've been teaching this at Freedom Law School for over 30 years. The world's getting out there to American people to wake up. So here, it's very simple. When you give that 30% of what you would have paid the IRS to Restore Freedom Plan, you covered 100%. You enjoy that guarantee when you legally stop filing and paying income taxes. As long as you are a member of that Restore Freedom Plan, Freedom Law School will prevent the IRS from leaving your money, or Freedom Law School will reimburse you out of our funds, and you will not go to prison. Okay? So that's simple, folks. Again, this is optional for those who want to be a part of taking America back. Until the children, I was there. I was part of the fight, young ones, to take America back when you were not born or you were so small. And at the same time, we protected each other like real Americans. 100% guarantee because we came together. There's power in numbers by joining hands together. Lastly, folks, I invite you to love everybody you know by loving and spreading the freedom and the truth through Freedom Law School's education. Okay? And reach out to American families and people. Tell them the truth. Teach them about the law through Freedom Law School, our website at freedomlawschool.org. And we're going to restore freedom by every one of you being a modern-day Paul Revere, who woke up the generation of founding fathers to take back the country, right? The British are coming, right? He warned them. So you do that, and we'll happily pay you. Thank you for educating your fellow Americans, loving them, your family members, friends, co-workers, because that's what we're supposed to do. Folks, I came from Iran back in the late 70s. We had no freedoms back then under the king of Iran, okay? So I came to America, a free country. So I was told. And I found out back in the 80s, wait a minute. This is not free like it was supposed to be. Like it was meant to be. Like I saw on Westerns on television and movies. You know what happened? I got involved. I did my part. All this was black hair when I started. But I'm not giving up. I want you to be free. But I cannot do it for you. You need to make the time to do that. And it doesn't take no time anyways. All you got to do as you drive around, put your cell phone up in your car, watch the road, listen to the 7 steps on our website, freedomlawschool.org, the videos. Just listen while you drive. Lunch at work, dinner at home, play the video again. This time, watch and listen to verify. Everything I'm showing you is the truth. This is the only way you will lose your fear of the IRS. That fear is how they control you. And that fear is based upon ignorance. They deliberately kept you ignorant of your power that you have, the American people. You own the government. They work for you. You are the boss. Think like it. Be knowledgeable like the boss. Act like the boss. Then you can be the boss. And put your public servants where they belong to serve you, the boss. So go to freedomlawschool.org. Tell everybody you know about us on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, Rumble, YouTube, everywhere. Spread our message out there to anybody you love. Text it to your friends. Email them, right? Call us. We'll mail you our brochures, 2 of them for free. They have the same message inside. They both show you that no law requires 99% of Americans to file and pay federal income taxes. $50,000 reward if you can show me wrong. Tell your friends. Tell your CPA, attorney friend, hey, help me collect the $50,000 I need it. And watch them run away. Can't do it. Say, please, I need the $50,000. Help me collect this $50,000 reward, please. Oh, you're so smart. Tell them, right? And it's only in 10 pages. You see the law right there with your own eyes photocopied in here. Now, why the people of the 50 United States like you have to file and pay federal income taxes at all? You're not a slave. You don't have to pay income taxes, federal income taxes, payroll taxes, corporate taxes, estate taxes, wagering taxes, or gun manufacturing tax. None of those. I've looked it up. It's all here in the Bible of the IRS, the Internal Revenue Code. Yes, I deciphered this bunch of baloney that they used to confuse you with. So with that, my brothers and sisters, I wish you freedom, prosperity, no stress, happy, peaceful life. But remember, I can provide this for you. I can take the horse to the water, but I cannot make the horse drink. All this education is there for you at freedomboston.org, but you got to use that time that you drive around or passive activities, exercise, wash dishes, to listen to our videos and educate yourself, lose your fear, no longer robbed and enslaved. Now you can catch up. Pay your bills off. Pay your credit cards off. Have savings and stress-free and happiness for you and your family. I love you, and I wish and hope freedom and prosperity, peace and joy for you and your family.